we're back, and we are doing Sulphur Winter, the role-playing games Fall of Winter, in Intermission still. Mysteries abound. This show is rated R because everyone is terrible to each other in some ways, but sometimes people are also nice to each other in ways that might not be suitable for children. Yep. Was that a good way of putting it? I think so.
I mean,
it's
perfectly.
Good it makes children. Without getting graphic.
I believe Steph will be joining the microphone in a moment. So let's just introduce backwards this time with Sir Artegue first.
Well, hello, I'm the infamous Rob, and I get to play Sir Artegue da Fontra Cilor, who usually drops the Sir and is normally primarily interested in keeping the rest of this party alive, but does enjoy smashing Trachorians with a hammer if he gets half a chance.
Amongst other things he likes to smash.
My fists are not the
Sir
hammer.
Artegue smash.
Womp womp. Oh, Goat, you going?
Yep, go.
Hello, I am Goat, and I am playing Sifanu da Krimbydh, the disgraced doctor turned necromancer, and one way or another, I'm going to raise another goddamn army, because that was awesome.
Yes, you did that.
I am Stephanie, and I am playing Eldrida da Vumbra. She is a witch of the woods and a huntswoman, a little bit of a catch-all for the party, and is having her own sort of midlife crisis and realizing that, these people are bad people, and there are no good people out there apparently anymore. So,
It took you a long time to get here, though.
She's not wrong.
I didn't say she wasn't. I'm just saying it took you a while.
Right, she'll have completed her transformation by book 3.
As an audience, you will not notice this because I have a backlog of episodes that I am going through to edit and put out there. So you won't notice any disruption. But we have actually been away from recording for a while because I got sick and other people had plans and scheduling hell ensued for a moment. We are now back, but some of our memories are rusty, including mine, I guess, in a way. Though I do remember things from last session, including, for instance, an interesting trip to Hoxo. But I do believe that there's someone who wants to have a fate die for recapping that session.
Now, I will admit, my notes are not super thorough here, primarily because not an Artegue-heavy session. But... though we did start at Artegue's house, where we met his ill-defined family. We grew a bunch of drugs for Eldrida in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Brittany arrived and judged us all for being poor hobos in a falling apart house we were sharing with my mom. Sifanu wanted to go to Hoxo. Hoxo? Yeah. So she provided carriages and took us. Let me see here.
And closed, so we would stop looking so poor.
Yeah, she did refuse to travel with us looking as poor as we did. We're a delightful party. We're really succeeding at things in life. When we got to Hoxo, when we got to Hoxo was really probably the highlight of the episode. When we got to Hoxo, we were told we couldn't actually bring in once the smart members of the party worked their way past a disappearing bridge and all these other things, there were guards who wouldn't let us pass. Because we happen to have blades longer than a hand, which is apparently a no-no in the city. Since we, of course, didn't want to give up our magical or other dimensional weapons, Nefria made a very convincing argument repeatedly and to multiple people that, it's smaller than a giant's hand, So you have to let us in. And I secretly suspect she's being stalked by illusionist fanboys now. Sifanu attended school in nowhere and studied, gosh, what were you studying?
Illusionism. Yeah.
Yeah, Nefria was studying too, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
Was she?
was
All right
indeed.
then.
Yeah.
Rhetoric and, all sorts of
Yeah,
contrarianism. and-
She was, the art of lying, basically.
Yes.
Um,
I'm sure
All right,
she'll
now-
get tenure there sooner or later for that thing that she did
mine-
by the gate.
my next note makes no sense to me, and I'm hoping Steph's going to have my back here. I have Eldrida invokes the moon goddess and has a vision that leads her to trapped moonlight and
Yeah,
the
I went on a-
woman who owns it.
Yeah. I went on a little side quest to help
Old spirit journey.
help appease my goddess and also my patron Fundibéra, and I got and I got some trapped moonlight off of a vendor. I forget what I gave the vendor for it. Maybe drugs.
Yes, it was
It
a
was,
lot
it
of
was,
drugs.
it was like half your drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of my. Okay, so I gave the vendor some of my drugs, and I got the trapped moonlight, and now I am planning to do a vision. Well, this was later, but yeah, it's to fulfill my questy things with my people.
Yes, you're going
Side
to do a
quest.
vision quest to have a look at Klostanova, I believe.
On a
That
quest
Majora.
for a quest.
Yes.
Yep, I was on the quest for
That's
the quest.
for this session, so yeah.
Yep.
Then to cap off the session, we finally left the City of Illusionists. Thank heavens. And went to Moskoria, where Artegue conned Lady Brithany, as well as the rest of the party, into participating in another tectonic summoning ritual, eating some dirt with him. And the plains are very fertile. I forget how large we actually made that. But the Moskorian plains are now very fertile, super bumper crop.
Yeah, no, you completed the ritual to make them fertile for a season. So the high level there was basically because you wanted to affect the entire region, which is a lot of land.
I forget
but
how
you
many
did it.
successes was that? It was
And-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. It was a lot of successes. It was a lot of. It was a high difficulty, and you provided someone, guessing Geryon, with extra dice towards an conspiracy in Moskoria.
Well,
thanks
and
to
I
this.
paid a fate die, so Geryon provided extra
Yeah.
fate or extra die for trying to complete my ritual.
Basically,
worked
there
out.
were
Yeah, I
there
spent
were
extra support or something. Yeah.
there were illusionists, and I'm guessing Geryon bribed some Tammuz priests who went to every settlement, every village, every town, and helped Sir Artegue by, if they were illusionists, setting up, or a spellcaster, I should say. They helped Sir Artegue by doing the right incantations, placing the right objects of power or markings in every corner of the province. That's what influence level 3 gets you. Gets an entire professional corps helping you over the season with this grand ritual, which explains why you had so many extra dice.
Well, and it also really explains why people run cults, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And I think that was the session. I don't have any other real high notes. Anybody else remember anything?
That is indeed the session. So, in terms
Yeah,
of,
I
because
think so.
you mentioned here before we started the recording that we didn't do the temporary goals for last session because I was lazy GM.
Well, it was also late. I think it was like a 3-hour session.
It was a long
we
one.
did a lot of yapping and side questing.
There was a lot of important questing, I would say. Sir Artegue will definitely have that temporary goal die for trying to make Moskoria fertile, because that's exactly what you did. So,
Yep. set out what I
That's a
intended to do.
And Eldrida did manage to find her. She found the magic item that would be beneficial to Fundibéra, so that's a die. Or maybe it's beneficial. Eldrida doesn't know, but she found a thing. She found a thing.
I did the moon ritual specifically asking, and it sent me to this thing. So hopefully it turns out okay. We'll find out.
Yep.
Fundibéra's gonna be like, "Oh, great, thanks," and throw it with her 8,000 other trapped moonlights.
Exactly.
Just add it to the collection.
Nefria had researched foreign obscenities. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know.
She went to school for rhetoric?
Yeah, she went to shit talking school, didn't she?
Yeah, okay. I can give her one for that, I guess. She has so many fake dice. And Sifanu did go to school to learn magic. Was that his temporary goal that time?
I don't know. I'm looking at my sheet. I don't even see a temporary goal on it.
I don't even see one either. That's the thing.
But it's my basic destiny is to become the most powerful wizard ever.
Yeah, but that's a destiny thing, and I think I gave you that during the session. Also, you have 10 fate dice, so no reason to complain.
That's fine. I thought it was down to like 3.
All right.
I can think of lots of reasons to give him more fate die.
You can also observe that I finally got a PDF reader to work on this machine. So you can now see if you open your... you have like 2 character sheets at this time, and if you open the second one, it's the actual the official character sheet with clickable boxes that you can, put your check boxes in, and you can read all the texts everywhere. Nothing is black anymore.
What a fancy world we live in.
Yes! High technology has come to us. So, whichever sheet you prefer, but let's settle on one of them. I'm thinking the official character sheet is probably better.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's easier to track damage and doubt and exhaustion and fear and things like that we want to track, right?
Yep.
So, bookkeeping there, but nonetheless, it's a good thing to have. That means that I am now down to... I lost 3 more dice from the chalice. Oh, whoa! Betides me. I only have 4 dice left in that one. But I'm sure I've miscalculated again, because I always do that. Anyway, we are...
Well, it's unfortunately Foundry is not bookkeeping software.
It could be when it has been properly coded, like when there is, for example, an official virtual tabletop system for the game we're running, for example in Forbidden Lands or Vaesen. But this game doesn't have that, so I have to do everything manually because I can't code worth anything. And I'm not going to learn because I don't have the time. Unfortunately, if some viewer out there is an amazing hero and can code an unofficial Survival Winter role-playing game in English that does an automatic chalice count for me, I will probably worship at their feet. But anyway, we are going into the last quarter of year 9 after the inauguration of the Chronolob. Which means it is late fall and early winter. We'll have the midwinter solstice. True story. For those who celebrate such things, which I don't know if you do. I think maybe some of you do more than others. Hi, Eldrida. But maybe not so much, sorting you.
No, I'll celebrate anything.
Ah, yes, of course.
If you're throwing a festival in the name of whatever god, goddess, over deity, Artegue will show up.
Artegue will be there.
Unless it's like Shamash, because that's not fun.
You know what I'm going to do? Do we need a separate player map for that? Because I was thinking... why do I think? Oh, right. It's what I have to do, apparently. I'm going to activate the other map here of Trachoria and zoom in a bit. So we talked a little bit about this before when Eldrida and Sifanu went to... When Fundibéra sent them away to do a thing, including, bloodletting and moon magic.
We will never speak of such thing.
We will,
we don't
exactly.
talk about them
Never did. Nope, didn't happen. Except it did. You went over here.
And she still criticized me for partying instead.
You went over here to Bektar.
Oh, well, that far.
Yep. That's where she sent you. That place is known as a center for moon worship. It is guarded by the Birkebeiners, who are a very particular group of Cargomission tribes. They don't wear any metal armor at all. They wear like wooden metal made out of birch wood and such like. And it's a pilgrimage. You basically have to go through Hoska's Gorge here to get up to Bektar. And Cargomissions travel there. Some will travel through the mountains, but mostly people travel through on the north side here by ship up to the gorge and so on when they can. Cargomissions can do this easier than anyone else because they're Cargomissions. Other people will get eaten if they try, generally speaking. So, but it's hard to get to Bektar. But I'm thinking another name for Bektar, by the way, is the King's Cliff. You've seen it. You've seen the cliff by now because you were there. Should I mark that in some color? I don't know. And that's because the cliff itself has the mountain. There is a set of outcroppings around the summit that kind of makes it look like a king's crown around the summit. So, hence the name. But my question to you guys is, would Eldrida and Sifanu want to travel to Bektar for the midwinter bloodletting as well?
Well,
you don't have to. It's not mandatory. But
weird, crazy magic shit.
that would involve crazy magic shit, and a lot of people will use that particular season's greeting to ask questions of the oracle. The local Cargomission symbolist elders there are said to have an oracle inside the cliff who supplicants don't get to see because a lot of secrecy and a lot of cult type of how would I put that? In a lot of sects and religious orders, there are rooms and chambers that only the initiated get to access, and this particular site treats the oracle like that as well. So you don't get to access it necessarily without some very special treatments. Otherwise, it's you talk to the priests, you talk to the shaman, and they will then channel your questions to the oracle and give you a reply later on, basically. That's how it typically works.
Yeah, I'm in.
You're in? Do you like the idea of going to Bektar and...
Yeah, let's do some solstice events. Let's go.
If we could do one small thing first, question mark, because we're already in Moskoria.
Yes.
How do I put this? Get Geryon asked me to remove the Trachorian stench from his city, and considering the last thing he asked me to do failed at horribly, I think I need to do this one.
What Trachorians are in his city?
Apparently there were Trachorians making deals with merchants in the city.
So to be precise, Cleonora Spinalunga currently has level 1 influence in Moskoria. She established that through a group of merchants who were going around there and doing things. And I think that is what Geryon wants to address. We can do a scene where Sir Artegue goes around and at least talks to people here and there, try to locate the people who are traitors to the cause, and
maybe threaten them.
And eventually that can give. If I don't go with destroy the influence, then at least it's going to help someone with their raise influence actions that can destroy the influence.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do that. Because,
All right.
again, you ended last quarter, so that would be the 9th month of the year, which in Trachoria is known as... I should know this by heart now, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. I'm terrible. The 9th month of the year is known as Giren. That is where we ended last time. So now we go to Tarragon, the 10th month of the year. I've actually put Nusin in here because that's an 11th month. Moskoria, still hot and dry, but for some reason my weather generator tells me it's torrential rains. That's probably everywhere else. Or it could be along the coast, like where the Eternal Storm Pazuzu is. I'm fine with that too. So Sir Artegue is going to talk to people. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, that's if I can't convince either of my talkier friends to front this one.
I think we can help.
Otherwise, Artegue will talk to people, but that conversation is going to be interesting.
Well, I hope it goes exactly the way I think it's going to go. That'll help me out.
I forget which. Where were we? We were in the.
You were basically in the middle of the Moskorian plains, because
so what's our largest?
All the ley lines and the power nodes in Palamux to get maximum bang for your magic bucks.
So what's the nearest large trading city?
I'm gonna go into our other map here, which has a slightly better resolution and everything.
What about Favokia here?
Favokia is a place, absolutely, that could be interesting. It's the border town to the Holy Kisha. That could be relevant in some ways.
Sure it is. You cross the river to get into Favokia to do all that crap you can't do in the Holy Kisha.
Yes, that's exactly what's going on there. Famarul is also famously important. That is where you have... So, Famarul, that is... I mean, you have two towns there, really. Bosbergmilia, which is just on the border of Moskoria. And now, officially, that village is called Bospernundag Gmiliendano Gavasco.
No. Just no.
That is, I think, haven't you been there before? This is where you can go and worship with the underground sect that of Uelgerik. They worship the god of excess, Uelgerik. Wild nighttime orgies. It's the thing where
I think I hung out with his dudes on Transmira.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
At
I think it was the
college we
library.
dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, the library where we dropped off Briar.
Yes,
You
yes,
partied
that
with them.
yes, that yes.
I didn't know there were more of them down here.
Oh, there's definitely. This is like their headquartars.
This is going to be a summer retreat now.
Yeah, they fill basically a pool, a large basin at the bottom of which there's a thick layer of down bolsters, and then they fill everything with delicacies and sparkling drinks, take their clothes off, and plunge into the pool to crawl around among the delicacies until the morning dawns, and then every once in a while someone rushes out in ecstasy to assume the traditional forward posture of prayer, worshipping the god by vomiting up the food with a resounding Welgerik. That's Moskorian's call to fame.
This world is so strange. Okay.
It really is.
That is not where you're going to find most of the traders, I'll say that. I think Famarul is much more likely to be such a place. It's surrounded by strong fortifications and very much known for good armorers and blacksmiths. The main gate to Famarul is the Tapir Gate, and of course, we will know the significance of the tapir for Palamuxian folklore, right?
Yep, totally. Just remind our viewers.
Yes, let's remind the viewers, shall we? So, it is said of the third Klavikan emperor, Naramsi by name, that his army was facing the 1,000-hound chariots of Yarlagab the Wolf-Eater, with the Kakela swamps at their back. Death seemed certain. The emperor was advised to counterattack so that the end might be glorious and worthy of a song. But Naramsi raised his hands in agony to summon help from Trachuspa, the god of martial arts, who had thus far stood him by. Hardly had he finished his plea before a white tapir raised its shivering body out of the bog pits, walked up to the emperor, and laid its head in his lap, from which it gazed meekly up into his face with its sincere brown eyes. Naramsi fell in tears, sprinkled dirt into his hair, and scratched his face, because Trachuspa was mocking him by sending this most peaceful of all animals to his aid in time of danger. But the tapir took his hand by its short trunk and led him to the edge of the swamp, where a lively mass of white beasts greeted him to the trumpeting of 1,000 trunks. The emperor's men mounted the backs of the tapirs and rode away through the marsh on their three-toed allies. And since that day, the white tapir is the sacred symbol of Moskoria. There you go. So you understand that the tapir is probably fairly sacred to Sir Artegue as well. You know, the symbol of how you can escape oppressors, basically.
What is a tapir? I have to ask. It's got 3 toes and a trunk. What?
Yeah, it's a real creature. You can Google it. There are pictures of it. Tapir.
Yep, it's a thing. It exists.
Yeah, it's a real. I forget. It's a primate like a kind of primate or something along those lines?
It's more related to elephants.
Elephant. Okay.
But it's very small.
But must not be in this realm if they can ride them.
I also, yes, I would be pissed if I asked my deity for help, and that is what showed up.
It worked, though. They managed to escape certain deaths, so, you know.
Oh,
do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do, big things come in small packages.
Yep.
All right. Is there a city with like merchants and shady merchants? Like people who would make deals with
shady
Trachorians.
merchants would be in Fontra Cilor, but You
Famarul would
in
have them for
Moskoria,
sure.
I think you can find some merchants in Famarul for sure, and Tribra, and
Right.
Tribra
I
would
mean,
be
if
big.
they're known for their armor and weapons, somebody's going to be selling them to the Empire.
Yep. Absolutely.
Or at least the Empire will be around trying to buy them. So yeah, it must have happened.
Of course, to get into Famarul, you do have to wash ash your clothes and hair in respect for the dead Duke.
I have to put ash all over me?
Yep.
I mean, I already look dirty as shit, so I guess Eldrida doesn't care.
Well,
Oh.
we have these new clothes we have to break in after all.
Well, no, this is very fitting. Artegue will happily, well, not happily necessarily, but dump a bucket of ash or whatever on himself. I don't even know how you ash yourself.
Yeah, that's
Do it by
basically what
hand? Do you rub it in?
That's basically what you do. Yeah. You
Delightful.
rub it in and so on, and yeah, you will find a lot of people walking around inside the city. It's a morning city. It's there's white fabrics along the facades of all the buildings. Townspeople have colored their faces sorrow white. Some of them will walk in processions accompanied by professional weepers and drummers and despairers and self-flagellators. Whoa!
What is a professional
whoa.
weeper, and how do I get that job?
Like a seat filler at a funeral.
Whoa! For the dude.
Anybody who suffers from depression, you can become a professional weeper. That's like my jam. That's where I need to be right now. Sorry. Back to the game.
Back to the game. I mean, that's there are many cultures historically in the real world where you had professional weepers, like the Greeks, ancient Greeks had it, for example. You will hear lamentations from many of the city's towers and so on. There are some taverns and inns around here, mostly kind of empty, but you can find grave beer available for sale in honor of the dead Duke, if you want to.
What is grave beer? Is it different than normal beer?
It doesn't matter. I'm going to dare Artegue to drink it anyway.
Then I'm going to drink it anyway.
You can't drink until you're off duty.
Come on, I can have a drink.
Oh, God.
Of
The
whatever
slippery
this is.
slope. So what? Wait, go ahead.
Are your characters laughing as you're talking about this?
Yes.
Quietly.
Probably.
Well, yeah. Already-
Chuckles anyway.
I would like to say no, but we're terrible people. So
The innkeeper will give you a very, very upset look.
we don't cope well.
Disrespecting the Duke, outsiders.
Can we still buy beer?
I cry when I'm sad. Or I'm sorry, I laugh when I'm sad. There you go.
He's trying to get away with that one. I don't think it's going to work. But anyway, he will sell you. So this is beer specifically brewed for funeral purposes.
Is there any difference between normal beer
Not
and
really,
it?
no.
Like,
Okay, it's
is
not
it
like
made
grave
of
ashes in it.
grape?
No, not really.
I'll be disappointed when I found out there isn't.
I see.
Drink zone, just go, no, it's fine. This is just beer.
Missed
I'm good then.
opportunity. That's all I'm saying.
So
I imagine it was specifically blessed or something, like wedding wine gets blessed in a lot of traditions. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would make sense.
out of curiosity, how much longer will we be mourning the Duke and lamenting greatly? Like
you're asking the innkeeper
5
this?
years? Yeah. Like 5
he
years?
just looks at you as like you're completely blasphemous.
10 years? The rest of our lives.
He doesn't know how to answer that. He's flabbergasted and walks away to polish some glasses, maybe.
We're
I know.
terrible.
I'm gonna be shaking my head like,
Terrible
if I miss him
answer.
so much, just raise him from the dead. I don't care.
It's like he.
Don't make
It's
me
like
laugh.
it's like the Duke didn't know any wizards.
The necromancer
You
has
call himself
Can you guys do we know this Duke? Do we know anything about the Duke?
You do have a
Who is-
rank in noble, Sir Artegue.
I suppose there is an off chance I know something about the Duke.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm
is this
going to
a
allow you
person
to
that
roll
has-
your wind because you have a rank in noble.
I was gonna say, is there like a secession? Is there somebody taking over? Like, what do you know, Artegue?
I know occasional things about stuff,
Oh, you do know occasional things.
but I
about
get a
stuff.
little bit of a headache when you make me think this hard.
That's what the beer is for.
Yeah, you can't remember the Duke's name off the top of your head, but you will recall that he's been dead for a while. Yeah, for quite a long while.
So we're like eternally mourning the Duke.
Yeah, it seems like it, yeah.
And this
So
is
what
officially a
about
city that makes no damn sense.
succession? Yeah, what about a secession?
I can't even remember the
Inheritor?
Duke's name. I'm not sure I can remember who his heir is. Not sure.
Okay then. Great. Well,
Let's go find some
Artegue.
merchants before we get kicked out of town.
Yep.
yeah, we should. We should definitely
so-
do that.
Yeah, we take our grave beer and Artegue, I suppose, leaves his grave beer.
Yep.
And we're so okay. If there are merchants here, then there must still be merchants here, even though everyone's eternally mourning. So,
Probably, yes.
gosh, I suppose we just wander around the main streets until we see
There's-
something that looks like a market.
There's got to be a market district,
There is a market.
I've got nowhere to be.
It's always, toned down. You don't want to upset the mourning process, but there's definitely trade going on. Certainly because the armorers and blacksmiths of this place are so well known. Also, you will find several desert people. So we talked about the people coming from. I can move on here so we have some daylight on the map. We talk about the people coming in from the Focal Plains. They're dressed in very long white kaftans and turbans or other types of head coverings to protect themselves from the sun. And they come here to trade with the locals as well. A lot of them do trade in salt, particularly. That's the main export of the Focal Plains, really. So it's a hub for trade in that way, and also you'll find there isn't a whole lot of trade happening from Lasamos, to be honest. Like, that place, Lasamos is known for being the very poor backwater of Palamux. Like, they're stuck in the world. If Moskoria is backwards looking, Lasamos is truly stuck in the ancient world. I guess they export some onions, maybe. That would be it. Probably. So those are maybe the main goods coming in from outside into Famarul. Otherwise, not much around here. Let's have a look here. Sir Artegue is not a peddler, so finding peddler connections, it's going to be hard for him.
No, I am prohibited from being a peddler.
You are indeed. This is where our Nefria would be
Yep.
perfect.
Oh,
Because water 3, I guess someone else will have to roll some water around
Yeah.
here, but you still don't have the peddler connection, so no fate dice can go into this roll. Because
I actually have a
none of you are
question
peddlers.
regarding how our armor works in the game. I know Artegue has armor, and I didn't know if armor also came in a format that was light enough that wouldn't affect my fire score of 2, because all my stats are 2 now. Since I revamped.
yeah, light armor won't affect your...
Yeah, light armor won't have... If you had
Well,
fire
then-
level 3, then light armor would bring it down to a 2, but...
Perfect. Okay, so then in process of this, Eldrida is also on a mission to find some light armor to steal from a Trachorian traitorous scum. So I think this is
Hell
perfect.
yeah!
I think this is a perfect time to utilize my 2 water in an attempt to find this Trachorian traitorous scumbag that I can then steal from.
Okay.
Damn right.
Oh yeah, I will assist with my own 2 water.
All right.
I don't know how to do this. So
I will glower at people quietly.
You can threaten people with stone. That's a thing you can do.
Yeah, but Eldrida's not always wrong. It is better to get what you want by just talking if you can accomplish it.
Yes, but keep in mind, a good runner-up is you killing somebody, and I just race them and make them answer my questions.
Oh my god.
That's also an option.
you guys are terrible, terrible people. I just want you to know how
No, we're
terrible
not terrible
you
people
are.
because we're trying the other thing first.
I was able to roll 2d6.
Huzzah!
Goat, did you want to, or is Sir Artegue gonna help out? Because if you're glowering, that's intimidation, right?
I mean, if I can offer them extra die by looking intimidating, I'll totally try to look intimidating.
Roll 3d6 to look intimidating. That was terrible. You just
They
scared
are
people.
not impressed with your
They
glowering.
clam up completely, and that means
You just
that
feel completely
die.
out of your element here.
he is quite out of his element, and the die that was just earned by Eldrida's help was lost immediately by his fumbling, and so now
Not
we
the
have,
It's all on you.
yeah, it's all
Yeah,
on
I
you.
guess I'm rolling, right?
Sifanu, 2 guys.
Sifanu,
Okay.
negotiate
All right,
with
hold
these people.
I'm going to warm some of these people up first by commenting how I desperately need a new set of armor to honor the Duke.
Yes, there we go.
Morning
Maybe I can
armor.
butter them up for an extra die.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think Artegue has ruined us.
I think what ruins us is not having social skills.
Nefria is sometimes very much needed.
Oh, very frequently needed. So,
Yes.
can I get an extra die with that lame experiment or no?
Not really, no.
No.
Oh, look at that.
No.
Fuck
He
it,
came
Sifanu.
through when needed.
We'd
In
be
a
so
pinch.
lost without you.
The 5 and the 6. I'm gonna roll.
And with style.
Yeah. As a resistance here, 2d6.
Oh, I still got the 6 though.
You did
Oh, get
still
wrecked.
get the 6, and also you're the initiator, so you have the advantage anyway. Yes, you will learn about where, I'm going to say, where the most important trading houses might be for the purposes that you're looking for. In other words, potential traders to the cause. In so many words, like, I'm sure you're not, you're being circumspect, academically circumspect.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as, maybe you're have learned something from Nefria here and just, try to emulate her. You were in Hoxo together. You remember how she speaks.
I overheard some of her lessons.
Yeah, exactly. And they will, most frustratingly, guide you to Tribra. That is the port town closer to Paratorna and where most Paratornan goods come into Moskoria. So, the natural harbor for Paratornian merchants to put up shop and spread their...
So we have to...
So yeah, you're on the wrong end of the province.
So we have to
Good
go.
job.
We have to go to the other end of the province, and then we have to
Those
talk to more people.
Well, they gave us a specific location, right?
Yeah,
Treebra is a specific location.
No. Like a trading house in Treebra, right?
Yeah. With a 6, you can get that even.
Yeah. So we know where we're going at least.
I'm
It's
guessing.
just-
I'm guessing the House
how many
Shakello
days
has.
away?
I'm sure that the House Shakello has a local trading post there.
well, you know it was those bastards.
Yeah, of course. Now, technically speaking, here, Sir Artegue, you were ordered to try to make the Moskorian plains fertile again. Was last temporary goal. Your shadow command is to root out the Trachorian devils or something.
Hold on a
Was that the
second.
shadow
I'm finding
Because
my
all of this was
note.
about the shadow commands, right?
Oh yeah, I'm trying. Well, I mean, more so than my shadow command. I'd like, Artegue does like successfully completing missions, and he did fuck up the one. But yes, I mean it is also my shadow command. I'm looking for it here.
You seem to have updated your temporary goal to look
Yeah,
for...
I just never put that on the sheet.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, looking for Molbrock and Duke Comesti. That's also going to be an interesting part here. I haven't done that yet. But if the shadow command is to root out...
Do you remember what it was specifically while I look for it?
I believe it was just something like read the stench of Trachorians off of my lands or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can fill that out yourself, of course. Why am I typing? My point is, you have tried to fulfill the shadow command, which is technically, sufficient to some degree. Though.
Oh, thank God, because I don't know how I'm going to ever do the Sultan with French trade. But...
Yeah, well, look, don't fail me twice, Sifanu. Do not fail me twice.
Remember that conversation we had earlier about players killing powers?
Yeah.
It might be self-defense.
Self-defense.
Where is Ingolma? Necromantic surge. No.
So we can, if you'd like to do the midwinter bloodletting this evening, you two, we could go do that, and then hit Tribra on the long way back.
Yeah, do we have our own boat, or do we have to book transit?
We have to book transit.
Yeah,
and stuff.
you have to.
Oh God.
Transit.
Aren't we wanted criminals of the Trachorian Empire?
We're not in the Trachorian Empire.
We're in
Well,
the
I know
Palamuxian
that.
I mean,
Empire.
the Paratornians think that you're in the Trachorian Empire, but look at the shadow map, and you will see who has the real influence around here.
Exactly.
We're in the. Gosh, does this have an empire? Are we calling it the Klavikian Empire again?
Yes, it's the Second Klavikian Empire.
The second Klavikian
Gotcha.
Empire, exactly.
Oh,
Yep, you're-
Jesus.
You're walking the lands of the Second Klavikian Empire.
It's quite encompassing, really. If you look at the shadow play map, it includes. So if we go back here, I'm gonna say anywhere where the Empress or Geryon has level 3 influence, which, as you can tell, is a lot of places. It's Nastrol, it's Fontra Cilor, it's Moskoria, it's Lasimos, and it's Zidisbar. So yeah, it's a lot.
These Trachorians better get their shit together. They're losing. They're starting to lose, man.
Transmira has been cleared as well.
They lost from day one.
Transmira has been cleared as well. The new Milax will. Speaking of which, we'll have to have a conversation about that later on, because the Eel Skull Dynasty wants to re-establish themselves on Transmira. They were the ruling dynasty before the Trachorians, and they've been basically hiding up in Rung all this time, and now that Lemur has cleared the way, they want to get back into the action.
All right, gonna have to kill them too.
That would be interesting and weird, because I'm not sure Transmurans everywhere would love that. They're like it's like I don't know, killing the Plantagenets back in those days, right? That would be like, wait, we have a War of the Roses going on now or something.
I love it.
Get off my damn island.
It's their island, at least if you ask them.
Bet.
They're like the Targaryens, Robert. They're coming back, and they're here to take it back from the oh God, what's his face?
That's actually not a bad
Baratheons.
comparison at all.
Well, the Game of Thrones, those entire series was based off of the War of the Roses. That's what he said it in. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's go Bloodlet.
Let's do this.
So
you guys want to go blood?
I mean, to travel to Bektar is not easy the best of times. It's winter, of course. Now, that doesn't really affect you much on Moskoria because of the heat coming out of the Focal
Can we
Plains.
just travel to? Could we travel to Fundibéra and get a portal?
Yeah, that could work.
Fundibéra, though, is further away, I think. Than,
Yeah. Well, I was thinking if we're in Femoral, if we go north to meet up with the Cargamusians, they could probably give us an escort around.
Fundibéra is currently
me,
on Mix,
personally.
actually, so it's kind of close. But Nefria would have to pay the fate die to make her do the thing.
Well, good thing Nefria's not here. She pays that fate die willingly.
That would actually be the fastest way to get there, I think, because otherwise you'd have to sail around and hopefully not be ambushed by cannibals from the Crax Islands.
Yeah, I mean,
Never said it was
Okay.
easy to go on a pilgrimage.
So traveling through the mountains would just take way too long.
It takes a while, yes. So what's the scale here? You have I'm gonna do like a thing here. So that line is 180 kilometers,
What
which
line?
is 100 Trachorian miles, and when you travel through rough terrain, it takes a while. Because it's rough terrain, right? It's all mountains from there. Navigation.
If
I
we
don't
go to
remember off the top of my
Portal,
head.
I'll be able to do my clairvoyance spell and report all of my stuff to Fundibéra, which would be great for me.
That's fair point.
You can
I just want to
do
use some necromancy.
10 Trachorian miles in a day in rough terrain. So that would be about
That's
that
10.
far. And if you're traveling across the mountains, it's going to be at least 2 weeks.
And to go across the plains and sail over to Fundibéra, I guess is less than 2 weeks.
That is, you travel basically double the distance if you're on foot. Do you have horses, you guys?
We
We
did.
got horses here.
You have horses.
Yeah.
Then it's actually
we have horses.
40 Trachorian miles per day, I believe. So that's like a day across, and then maybe another day or so across to Mixo.
Oh yeah, that's a much better option.
And
Okay.
you also will, just out of happenstance, travel past Tribra on the way.
Well, I suppose we're going to Trooper guys.
We even tried to
See how
avoid
that
it for
works out?
game sessions.
So there we
Oh,
are.
excellent. Now we're walking right past the place.
I'm going to do something that I haven't done before because I'm an evil man and I just realized I haven't done this before for some reason. Why haven't
You're a
I?
monster.
Yes, the game monster is
You're
here.
a monster.
Why haven't I done this before? You've been traveling back and forth and I've never done this. No, I have once or twice.
Oh, you Yeah, you can roll for
Navigation.
random encounter score.
You are going through the wilderness. So someone is going to be a pathfinder as you travel through
That's
Moskoria.
me.
Yes. So that's wind. Difficulty level is 1. You can add a fate die for pathfinder.
Okay, I roll 3 dice then.
Yes.
All
gonna
right,
keep
let's see if I can get
track
it to roll for me. Beep, boop, beep, boop.
I'm going to keep track of your fate dice by using the official character sheet.
Official character sheet.
Official character sheet. There you go. That is 2 successes. And for some reason, you're marked as Ingolma on that one. That's interesting. Anyway, that
I
is
did
a
succeed on my
success.
roll. I think I'm getting booted every time I roll.
You find the right path, but you get exhaustion and you have some kind of mishap, according to above. Maybe
What?
your
2 successes is a mishap?
you didn't get any 6. So it succeeded cost.
Suffer.
With 2 successes, you would have actually successfully navigated mountain range as well. So, but anyway, you might lose
I have an
your
exhaustion.
food, and everybody gets hungry, or maybe you get cold, or you have to. Maybe you're attacked by a hungry predator. That can happen. I see you becoming attacked by a hungry predator. There are killer
I
cranes
think
in this
Artegue
plane.
can handle it.
Sounds great.
A killer crane appears.
Thanks, Eldrida. And here I thought I wasn't going to have any fun. And
I thought you
It's
might
all
like
for you.
that. We haven't had a single
Again.
killer crane yet, so it's time for
I
one,
just
isn't it?
wanted my light armor, but no.
I should have said something before we left.
Did you want to buy your light armor in Falmarul before you leave?
I would love to, but I don't think we have any money, which is why I specifically said steal from Trachorians.
Ah, well, that would be true.
Well, we'll find some in Trebra.
Yeah.
I
But don't we
bet
have
House
the-
Shakello has light armor.
Don't we have that one lump
I mean-
sum we could spend?
You
Yeah.
do. You have a lump sum.
I think we
I
have
mean,
2 lump
Artegue,
sums.
you're the
Yeah.
money keeper, as the only one with any hint of wealth among us.
And a big iron plate to hide it behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to spend the lump sum, or do you want to wait in Trebra and steal something?
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I believe, like, if you want it, if you want to steal it, we can try to steal it. If you want me to try to buy it, I can try to actually see if I have enough coin in my pocket to buy it. If you want to spend a lump sum on it after all that fails, absolutely. Because it's a lump sum 4, so it adds 4 die to the roll to purchase
Oof.
something, right? And Mikhail, what do you need for light armor? I suppose.
In terms of expenses,
Yes. Like what would you? What level of? How about this? What level of wealth would you need to buy light armor?
let's have
Using
a look.
game terms and everything.
Level 2, so you need 2 successes on a roll. On a wealth roll. Which means that
That's- that's
Sergeant,
go
you
ahead and do it.
might be able to do it.
I mean, the odds aren't great, but they exist.
They do.
Let's go give it a try. Let's try to see if you can actually buy the thing, and then if that fails, we will go steal it. Because I would rather do that than risk death over stealing that stuff. But whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Trachorian scum.
They're not people. It's fine to steal from them.
There's
That's
some
what I'm
human at
learning.
best.
That's what I'm learning.
Yeah, if you just remember that very important fact, we all become great people. All right, so
I
3
see.
dice.
This
Yep.
is how racism happens, Robert, and I don't like it.
She's
They're not a
wrong.
race, though. They're an empire. They're not.
This is how imperialism happens. I don't know. Anyway,
Something like that, yeah. One of those isms. We'll figure it out later.
no, Those British conquerors, them.
Well, that did not work, Steph.
Okay. So fast it is.
That was a very bad roll.
That was-
Not a single success. I
Nope,
guess you
can't
had
help you.
been paying for your local beer a little bit too much.
So yeah, I've got this lump sum 4 if you'd like to spend that.
Speaking of
No,
which,
I want to try to steal it, but go ahead.
Okay.
speaking of which, you are doing your lifestyle thing, right? Or shall we do that for next year? Because we did it last time for... No, but it's supposed to be once per month, so there we go.
Ugh,
Yeah.
this stupid roll again.
I'm evil.
Yeah, we did it during summer, I believe.
Yes, let's do it again.
Don't encourage him.
Encourage me. What kind of
This is-
lifestyle do you want?
This is why I like staying in Fontra Cilor. I don't have to pay rent to live with my mom.
Are we doing a Spartan poor lifestyle? Are we doing a step above the gutter? Are we doing a costly lifestyle or opulent lifestyle? Nobody can do an opulent lifestyle in this group because you don't. That requires 4 successes.
We're all poor.
I live as much as I can in a tent in the woods, so
So
I'm gonna go
Spartan.
poor.
Roll 2 dice. Roll 2d6. Let's see, Eldrida. Let's see how your lifestyle is coming along.
1 second. You know, this rolling thing is not what I excel at. 1, 2, roll.
You do it. You succeed, in fact, successfully in living in your means and not wasting more money than you have, which isn't a lot. You manage to have that Spartan existence without any particular creature comforts. You eat food. It doesn't taste anything, but you eat it and you fill your belly. You have
I mean, I
protection
forage
from-
mushrooms and I try to get high every now and again. So, you
Yep.
know, it's
It worked
it's
better
hard
than
life.
last time you tried this.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way.
Oh, look at that!
Holy.
Sifanu is equally successful in his pursuit of Spartanness.
That's right.
All right.
I'm
I'm going
still
to-
have dirty leather.
Sir Artegue
I'm
is
going-
probably going to go for slightly higher elevation, or not?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for I failed last time, but this time I'm sure I've got it. I'm going to go for a step above the gutter.
A step above the gutter.
No.
No. Not at all.
Total haven't beaten 6 yet this session.
Yeah, your clothes are dirty and mended, or hardly mended. Your household is poorly run. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Oh,
So
no.
I wanna-
I'm a
Take a
shambles.
moment here. I want to take a moment here and inform the audience. I have been gaming with Rob for almost 20 years now, not to show our age, but there is a reason that we have a verb, and it's called robbing the roll, because that's what he does. He just rolls ones, folks. He robbed that roll. Excellent. Good work.
Wow, that really is. Good call, Joe. That's like my 4th 6 or less this session.
Yeah.
This is
You're
just
doing-
amazing. Number
He is a
generation must hate
verb.
you.
He robs his rolls all the time.
Well, all right then. I'm enjoying my travels as my life falls apart around me.
Yep. So yeah, basically,
Turns out those fancy clothes you had were cheap knockoffs.
the bonus that you would have for being a noble in rhetorical conflicts is going to be waived, because yeah, okay, you make pretenses of being a noble, but look at your clothes. Again,
Probably still covered in ash too.
yes, probably. So a killer crane meets you when you're traveling across Moskoria. How about that? Not gonna have time to organize that at the moment. So you'll
Get
just
what
have
it's
to
called, but there's an
imagine the
awful-looking
horror
real-world
as...
one.
What was that?
I forget what they're called, but there's an awful real world one that just makes you want to go, no, that should not be a bird.
So a very
A
large bird.
murderous 10-foot tall bird with a beak like a pickaxe. There you go. Terror birds.
Delightful.
That's what they were called. They were in fact called terror birds. That's pretty much what this is. It's a terror bird. And
Oh, they're the chickens, the prehistoric chicken things. They look like fear chickens. They're terrifying. Yes.
yes.
Yeah. There was one in
Attempts-
the most recent Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, attempts have been made by Moskorians to make these birds into mounts for cavalry charges, because if they have that beak that could literally rip a person limb from limb, why not use that? Those attempts have not always gone terribly well because sometimes the bird will eat the handler. Accidents happen. So this kind of bird will confront you in the plains of Moskoria. What will we do about that, I wonder? Will we have maybe a fight going on here? Yes, we will.
Artegue, go get it.
I haven't killed one of you yet.
Right? I'm going to set them to fire 3 and stone 3 because they're big. And their attack is going to be a bite.
Makes sense with an enormous beak.
Yep, makes sense with an enormous beak. So, I'm going to say that the killer bird, the terror bird will be first because unless...
Well, it's attacking
yeah,
us.
Because, it's attacking you, and it has that high fire value. You're having a campsite, I think, at some point as you're crossing Moskoria, and it was apparently hiding in a ruin of some old temple or estate or manor. There's lots of those across Moskoria, and surprised you. And when you were dismounted to have lunch or something like that. So there it comes, squeak, out of that ambush and attacks. Who's it gonna attack? I'll roll a d3 because we're assuming Nefria is away and Oxo maybe.
Snapping.
Yeah. That's gonna be Eldrida.
Cool. Didn't
It's-
even get my armor for this.
Yep. It's rushing Eldrida. I'm gonna roll.
I just put a picture in that Discord.
Womp. Womp.
Wow.
Something like that,
Jesus.
Yes.
This is exactly what I'm picturing when he said it's terror birds.
Yeah, there are other pictures as well. If you just Google terror bird, you will get all the pictures from prehistory, and it's a terrifying thing. I'm gonna roll. How about? It's kind of equivalent to a buzzard, perhaps. So 3d6 in attacking Eldrida. It jumps out there and comes at you. You, of course, get to roll your defense, Eldrida.
To fire, right? That's it?
You can choose fire or stone as you want.
I'll try to dodge.
Succeed and roll 6s.
Exactly.
Nothing simple.
That's one
Oh.
success.
Ah.
Which is not quite enough.
Maybe she didn't hear the successes part.
Right. That will do 1 point of damage to Eldrida. You're kind of lucky with that escape because I didn't roll any 6s. So it takes a proper chunk. You're jumping out of the way and you're slashed by the beak across your chest, maybe? What does it look like? Or is it an arm it gets, or what happens?
We'll do a slash across the chest. That sounds fun. And because I don't have my armor, and
Which
if
would
you
have
had your
blocked that
armor,
damage.
it would have absorbed that damage.
I
yes.
tried as hard as I could. I
fail.
just rolled nothing.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, so slash across the chest. I'll take the damage to my stone.
Yep, that's it.
I've already taken 1 to my fire from the exhaustion of pathfinding. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Oh, right. That gives me an extra die on the attack, by the way. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, I missed.
Huzzah!
And then I say, Eldrida says, kill it.
Okay. Everybody else's turn. Eldrida's already done her thing by trying to get out of the way. Artegue
Out of
and
curiosity.
Sifanu.
Out of curiosity, because I've never done this before, I'm gonna try to paralyze it. I don't know if this works on animals or not. Like, this is important to know.
So I guess the bird is paralyzed. What do
It
you do,
works.
Sir Artegue?
For magic.
I hit it with a hammer.
Hammer. Gently applied. Or not so gentle.
Oh, no, not at all.
I mean, I'm kind of from here. Are these things good eating or not? Because I'm broke.
Well, either
Nope.
way, you're probably not going to eat the head.
Not true. Good point. Yep. Slam. Jeez, Eldrida, what was so hard about that?
I had to dodge. I didn't even get a chance to hit it.
So, hey, Eldrida, it occurs to me I might have misinterpreted your original intent. Were you, like, dead set on buying or stealing your own armor? Or, like, if I just happen to have some light armor on me, would that work?
I'm gonna kill you myself. That'll be fine. Oh my lord.
Well, I
Wait,
thought
what
you
was
were
it?
into, like, acquiring it for yourself.
Did you hit the chicken or not? Did you hit the chicken?
I suppose, hold on. Kale, do I have my usual 4 die, or do I get 1 die for the weapon's reach, considering the size of the chicken?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a bonus for it being paralyzed?
No, but it can't defend itself.
Very well, accepted.
I mean, it's a basic hit, which is 4 points of damage, which is enough to kill it. So there you go.
That's
Okay.
nothing
You just
special, so
love
it does.
that.
So-
No, it's 3 points
let
of
me
damage,
get-
I think, but it's still enough.
4.
It's 4?
Let me get
yeah,
this
it's
3
straight.
plus
the
1
Cargomician
fire.
thing as well.
So let me get this. Let me just set the scene in my head. So Artegue lifts his mighty hammer, slams it down on the head of the paralyzed bird, squashing it. Has some bird guts dripping from him, the hammer, as well as the splatter zone around himself, and looks to me and says, "Hey, Eldrida, what if I just so happen to have some light armor on me? Would that work?" And then Eldrida, who has been ripped from like shoulder to gut, is like, "Yeah, that would be great. Thanks."
Well,
All right. Well, I have some light armor that I took off a Trachorian soldier that we didn't throw into the ocean.
oh,
So,
you just
I hate
now-
you right now.
I'll just erase that off my sheet then, shall I?
yes, you should.
Okay.
Also, Eldrida, you will need medical attention because you are still bleeding.
Yeah.
Because this was
Yeah.
slashing damage.
I turn to the doctor and I say, "That's great. Can you help?"
Yeah,
I can, but out of character, I want to remind you, you have health potions.
I do, but I would rather not use those if I don't have to.
Okay. Well,
That's a
how can
fair
I doctor
point.
this up? I'll pull out my little medical kit.
Yeah, no, this is the thing you do when you get slashing damage. You do need to have medical attention to stop the.
Oh my god. None of this
Oh,
would
it looks like it
happen
hurts.
had I known you were just carrying around the arm. I hate you so much.
To be
Eldrida,
fair, you didn't ask.
I am cursing your name so hard. Next full
That's-
moon, you're gonna get the herp. That's what's happening to you.
What?
That's
No.
what's happening to you.
Don't anger the moon witch.
I gave you some light armor that you wanted, and you're still cursing me. This is cruel.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my 4 dice for doctoring.
Yeah, you can definitely use a fate die for that if you want, and you succeed. you tie up that wound nice and clean. And thus, Eldrida is no longer suffering from bleeding effect. Speaking of which, do you remember the time when you got a punctured... I think it was a punctured lung, wasn't it? Oh, up in Trismira?
Yeah.
We didn't address that, did we?
Let's say we
yeah.
did, since that was long enough ago.
That was a long time ago. No, I think it was actually Parama that healed me from that, because that's as we were escaping from the green goblin guys.
Really?
Jagulites.
Wasn't it when you were in Transmira fighting the garrison there? I think I shot you with something. Yeah, I shot you with an arrow. The Trachorian mercenaries did.
I think
What garrison?
I think you broke your arm on Marchera.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you had a broken arm there.
I think.
I can't remember, because apparently I just get jacked up all the time. I don't know.
You should wear armor, bro.
Oh my God.
Even Sifanu's wearing armor. He's a twig.
Why
But
do you think I
luckily,
wanted some armor?
Sifanu can fix your wounds from Transmira at the hands of the
Evil Trachorian
evil
Empire.
Trachorians. You just have to succeed with a medicine check, difficulty 2. If you use one of the health potions, you get a bonus die.
Yeah, I'll drink one of the health potions.
Yeah.
I would like to stop this wheezing if possible, I guess. I'm also wheezing.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Like, are you feeling so good?
Sifanu
I hate you
puts
so
in
much.
another fate die. You need 2 successes, and you have them. Yay!
I'm a good doctor.
Yes, Eldrida's lung is fixed. Very well.
One way or another, you were gonna fix my lung.
Even if you
Don't
had
need
to
to
animate your lung himself.
don't need to breathe when you're dead, I guess. Thanks for this armor. I get dressed.
You're welcome.
This is
Anything
what
for you,
the
Eldrid.
medicine skill is actually good for. Repairing temporary misery. Temporary consequences, I should say. Not misery. Consequences. Alright, so you will at long last arrive in Tribra, where the merchants actually are. And
Huzzah.
because you did the thing in Famarul, I'll give you a bonus die on your quest to find them.
Excellent. I don't suppose a trading house for Shikello would just have a big Shikello sign out front, would it?
Yes, it would.
Then we're just going
Excellent.
to ask town people, hey, do you know where this building is? It's no big secret if they've got a sign on it.
Yes. You. Yes, you. Where is the trading house, Shikello? Just point at some dude in the street. You.
They will be able to, guide you there. Sure, Shikello is one of the biggest trading houses in the Empire, and easily
Awesome.
identifiable by everyone.
See, Eldrida, you might get some armor out of this after all.
I hate you.
Yeah, so I suppose really we go on down to the Shikello trading house. And hold on, I suppose before we walk in we do need some form of game plan.
Yeah.
I was gonna go for threaten them with a hammer, and then if they don't believe me, hit them with the hammer. Alternate plans? Thoughts?
I mean,
Takes
we could try the same kind of convincing. Sifanu could try to convince them, because apparently he's better.
Or at least his dice work.
Yep.
Yeah, I might as well try talking first. I'm having some stellar rolls. Let's just keep going.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See if you can convince them that it will not be in their best interest to keep doing business with the Trachorian Empire. And if you could toss in a question about some merchant named Mulbrock and, what was his name? Duke Kamesti? The richest man of the Trachorian Empire. See if either of them are around, just for fun.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
Around.
Let's do that.
Yeah, randomly, Duke Chemist is walking down the street right there. No.
Get him!
Back.
Picked the wrong street today.
All right. And you said I got a bonus die from the success with the other city?
Yeah, you rolled a 6 over there, so why not?
Okay.
I'm a generous GM.
3 dice.
There we go.
There's one.
That's one success. What was the goal for this roll again?
Find damn it.
The
The merchant.
Chakello?
Chakellos? Yeah, we're finding them.
Right.
I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You will be able to find Chakellos.
Huzzah!
All right. Well, I found him. Get him.
All right.
I mean, they are hardly invisible in town. They're rich. They are well equipped. They have their own private mercenaries, like a private army that works for them. They're gonna live. They're gonna have a well guarded compound for their own house and for their warehouses. So getting rid of them altogether might be easier said than done.
Yeah. I'll knock on the door. Or the gate. How does one get in there?
Oh my god, you're gonna actually knock on the door? Yes, okay. Knocks on the door. And
Yeah, just knock on the door.
they will there will be someone to answer, and of course, I mean, you could go to the storefront as well. There's a big trading house where there's a reception where clerks are running back and forth.
Okay. Well, I don't know how a trading house is set up here. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's all private. Like a swanky club for businessmen.
Not in this case, no. I mean, there's a merchant house. You can go in there and do business with them as a customer. They receive customers all the time.
Delightful. So I suppose
The clerk will ask you what your business is with the trading house Chakello. And you will hear their absolutely atrocious Trachorian accent.
Yeah, I'm just looking for whoever's in charge.
Well,
can I talk to your manager?
That's right. Pull a Karen.
My manager is really busy, you see, so I'm not sure I can accommodate that right now. Roll your intimidation, I guess.
All right, dice. Don't fail me now. Hey,
Don't.
I'm intimidating again.
Yes, you are.
I muscle up at him.
I'll go get the manager right away, sir.
Thanks. This is going to take several repetitions to get to someone we're talking
to. You will get to speak to... This is a Moskorian, local employee who comes and... yes, what can I do for you, sir?
Hi, I noticed that you're not a Paratornan or a Chakello, so you're not actually in charge, and I'm going to need to talk to whoever's in charge so that I can threaten them. Also, why the hell do you work for a Trachorian trading house?
Why, it's good money, sir.
Well, money's a good motivator.
Family to support.
Yeah. Staying alive is a better motivator, though.
Well, he has a family support. I'm sure that he doesn't want to be hit in the head by a hammer any more than I want to hit him in the head with a hammer, which is why he's going to go get his boss.
When you put it that way, roll your intimidation. This guy will resist. Oh my god.
I mean, finally, I'm intimidating. As only a giant with a hammer can be.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, goddamn it all. Well, this dude has...
Does he get a bonus die
If
for
you
banter?
keep behaving like this, I will have to call the guards. Walks back towards, the on the back side of the counter. The guards being like big burly types with clubs, basically.
I mean,
Are they intervening yet, or are they just over there?
They're kind of looking that way, like.
Archie,
All right.
do something with that hammer.
I walk over.
Something
I walk over to the guards.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's up? Oh, your boss says you can take me. Hammer.
So I guess this is time hammer time.
The father said do something with the
Okay.
hammer.
I thought, break something, but
They're
I
gonna
mean,
be.
I guess
Oh,
it's
you
broken.
got it.
Club. You have a hammer. Your hammer is longer reach. Yeah, let's do this. I guess. Did you
I mean, I
still,
only really want to murder one of them for now, and then maybe the other one will see sense. All right. Hey, hammer time.
Not every die was a success, but most of them were. And
I need to
sixes
just
in
lean
there.
more towards hammering things, I swear.
Right.
Since
Everything is a
there's
nail.
2 of them, I'm gonna give them an extra die for that, and I can throw in an extra die from the GM's chalice. The GM, yeah, they have fighting skills. So they're gonna
Absolutely.
use them. So that's gonna be 4 dice in total as well.
I might have to take them seriously. My gosh.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe
Nah.
No.
Nah.
So your hammer does 4 points of damage.
I like to point out that 4th point is fire.
Yeah. 3 points is enough to kill a dude. And then you have another point extra that, could just hit the other guy
Yeah.
ever so slightly.
Little singes him a little bit. Sure.
Though I will say that these being guards, they probably have light armor, like leather jerkins.
That's fair.
So it's not gonna do much. But yeah, you can kill. And the other one is now thoroughly intimidated.
Yeah, the other one
you
I'm going to
think-
look at like, don't do it. Do not engage.
There's gonna be a lot of screaming and running at this point. And maybe a bell will ring about, violence and, call the town guard and all that kind of stuff.
All right, I'm going to take out my dagger and I'm going to carve into the booth. Go home, Trachorians or something like that. It's like, all right, let's go. We're not fighting the whole
Yep.
guard.
All right, fine. We'll go. I was like, we could probably take them if we found a graveyard real quick. But yeah, no, I feel like this is good enough. We can leave and get on a boat. That
fine,
also
yeah.
seems perfectly in tune for us.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to
And
race the guy
seek
he just killed.
passage to.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to race the guy he just killed to be a decoy so we can run the fuck away.
Whoop. Okay, raise dead, you say.
Yep.
You
'Cause
don't
since
have
everybody
more
ran,
fun
nobody's
than-
watching, right?
What was that?
Since everybody ran away, nobody's watching, right?
You don't have more fun than what you make for yourself, right?
They're truly the good guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wake the Dead. First level undead, completely without intelligence. So difficulty 1 for every step is multiplied by 5. So yeah, you can do a basic 1 difficulty. It takes 1 scene to do it though. So you have to drag the corpse away somewhere, raise them, and then they come back. You can't just whoop and they stand out.
Can I still do it from line of sight? So I can hide in an alley or something and cast my little spell?
Yeah, I'll allow that, but I will require you to do a hiding check or something like that. Which is typically fire.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
It is.
Real quick on our way across the street, is there any cash in the till or something?
Might as well.
You know why not? But you already have a lump sum of what? I think you have a lump sum of
but
4.
I have a lump sum of 4. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
still taking the cash.
Yeah, it's not going to increase your lump sum.
It's more about the aesthetics of the thing.
That's a fair point. It's not going to be enough to get you to a lump sum 5.
It's not a dragon's trove.
Yes. It's just, there we go. Some extra cash.
Yeah.
That is probably going to succeed. I'm going to roll a win check for potential pursuers. And since you are the aggressor, you win. You keep hidden in an alleyway across the street and do your just spook.
Can I burn my
extra.
last experience to re-roll that 1? Because that's really the only reason I'm doing this.
So spend the fate die, I guess. You will be down to what? You spent 2 fate dice already. You're down to 7 according to my reckoning. If
No,
you
I want to
just
use the experience to re-roll the 1. So that way I use my last experience so I can level up.
Damn
did you! Get
you!
a 1 somewhere? Oh, the 5d6. Oh, there we go. Yes.
I don't think you can level up till you satisfy your shadow command. I'm thinking.
No,
That's
yes,
I'm
try.
getting there.
That's
I just
also
have to
true,
try.
but this is a step in the right direction. So you were kicked out from the Fontra Cilor Academy for your necromancy. So yes, reroll the 1.
Jeez.
Thankfully, it's not one I spent fate dice on, so it doesn't have a negative effect.
This is correct. It was just hilarious to see it. But, I mean, you still succeed, and you have, like, extra powers here because you had rolled 6s.
Oh, I'm gonna make him very tough. I'm gonna make the guards work to take him down. That'll give us that much more time to get away. He doesn't have to be intelligence. He doesn't have to last very long.
So that would be a level 3 undead. And if you just make it stronger, that's plus 2 strength. And it starts by... Let's see now. I believe it starts by having an extra level of strength to begin with, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I just assumed it had the same strength as whoever was.
The rating of fire goes down by 1. Stone does not change, so that's correct. It's as 2. It'll have fire 1, 0, wind, and water. But then you can add 2 more levels of stone because of the higher levels. So it will be a stone 4.
That's
Have fun
easy
taking
zombie.
that down. Mm-hmm.
He's much mightier in death than he ever was in life.
Yeah, it's going to cause some mayhem.
Excellent. Well, that'll
That's
show
what
them.
We do. That's
then-
what we do.
Then we go see a man about a boat, or a woman about a boat.
Portal. A woman
goals
about a
of
portal.
conflict.
Yes,
Or we have to get a boat to get the portal,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
which is what took us to Tribra that we were planning on avoiding at the first.
God.
You want to book passage across the Trachorian Sea using your scant savings because you don't have your own boat. It's not going to be terribly expensive because you're only going to Muxa. That's cheap enough. And I'm going to say... space in a trade vessel, I guess, or if you just want to have like a hammock in the cargo space of a trade vessel, that's like level 1 expense.
Well, that's for me.
Yeah,
That's what we're
it's
talking
a day.
about.
That's all we need.
Okay.
I'm traveling steerage.
Roll yourselves. Roll yourselves your wealth levels. You need a single success.
Wait.
Traveling steerage. That worked
So you
excellently
roll your
there.
wealth levels?
Sir
Is that just 1?
Yeah, you just want. You rolled your 2 dice. You need 1 success.
It's 2. We're not totally poor, so we have 2 dice.
Yeah.
You may not be totally poor. I'm totally poor.
No, you're not totally poor.
No, you made this a success. You're not totally poor.
Everybody starts with 2. Wow, Sifanu, both you and Artegue can afford going by.
Can we
cabin.
give a little extra if Steph doesn't make the roll?
Yeah. We just saved some of our excess coin
Yeah.
from our heist.
It's the till we just robbed is going to pay for our passage.
Yeah.
No
Look
need.
at that! All of you succeed, and all of you can travel in an actual cabin.
Wow.
In style.
This is opulence, opulence, I say.
We've never felt so wealthy.
Right?
Guys, this cabin is great.
And then after that, you have to depend on the goodness of Fundibéra to. But I mean, it is Eldrida here, and if you go there and spend a fate die, you will be able to get the gate, because I'm sure that Fundibéra will grant you that, and she has influence level 3 on the island and is personally there, so she can do that. But I'm gonna have you roll spend a fate die for it.
I'm
brings you down
sorry,
to-
I lost the track there. I just spent a fate die to help to have Fundibéra utilize her portal.
Yep. So you'll be down to 3.
Okay.
Or are you
Great.
down
I'm
to
used to
2?
having no fate die. It's fine.
Or are you down to 2? I can't remember. You spent.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, I
I
think so
spent
too.
1 from Pathfinder and 1 from this portal, and that's all that I've spent.
Yeah, okay, that checks out then. So 3 it should be. Because you started with 5, I believe. On the way to Mixa or to meet with Fundibéra, or heck, even when you are in actual Bektar, would you want to do your clairvoyance thing with moon magic?
Yes, that would be yes, because I need to report that when I get there.
That's what I'm thinking. So let's have a roll for that. I really
I
need to
will
build a
assist.
map for Bektar for you guys, because now you've been there twice, and you need to see what it looks like.
If you point me at some portion of your ritual assembly, I'll help.
Point you at the ritual assembly sounds just completely not a good idea at all. But, okay.
I will assist because I'm at least familiar with these magics.
Okay. So I need to do it at night, and I need to do it on deck. Are they going to let me do it on deck?
I mean, if you wait until you get to Bektar, you will get actual bonuses, because you're at the religious site for this stuff.
Okay.
And there will be, so let's go over all the bonuses you can get, because, being in Bektar is a good thing for this. So, moon worship, there will be human sacrifice there. They will sacrifice someone, because it's a special occasion, possibly more than one person.
I'm sure they deserve it.
Absolutely. At least
Probably
so says
volunteered.
the mad witches, and the witches there are. It's like 3 crazy crones who do mad dances and are very much revered for their strange insights into the world.
I love them already.
Yep. None of you or any other supplicants here will be allowed into the mountain where, the secrets of the higher mysteries are kept. But you're definitely allowed to participate in the Great Rite, and with the moon magic ceremony that has attracted so many cargo missions from near and far. There are tattoos everywhere. Also very sharp teeth, because, they file them down. I have a feeling that some of the cargo missions will be like, who's that about Sir Artegue? But as long as Eldrida...
That's enormous.
Yeah, exactly. As long as Eldrida and certainly Sifanu vouches for him, he will be safe.
He's cool.
Otherwise, he wouldn't and might end up in the cooking pot.
Any cargo mission gives him that look. I'm like, no, he's my meat pie.
Yeah, I'm his traveling rations. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. So
So
let's have a look
disturbing.
here. For this
There's a Russian
spell,
word for that, which is even more disturbing.
It's going to be cast at night, and there are no clouds. Are there clouds hiding the light of the moon? There might be clouds.
I don't know. Is it a torrential downpour?
Yeah, this is terrible.
Oh, that was on the other coast.
Yeah. We'll go to the month of Tannan, because that's where we're at now. So I'm going to have to move on with... where's the monthy thing? No. Set the date to the month of Tannan, somewhere around the 25th? 22nd, maybe? There we go.
Christmas.
Look! It's clear skies today. How fortunate are you? It is a sign from the gods that from Luvena that you are in favor. We need a cool soundtrack for this, don't we? I don't know. This is the wrong one. I know that much. Some kind of culty thing. I'll figure it out. We'll start with some like that. Anyway, so Moon, you don't have any higher difficulties because indoors or clouds. What are you going or are you just drawing
sacrifice? I thought I was just part of that, or is that separate? That's the Great Rite.
You can. I'll allow you to draw upon the powers of the Great Rite in this case, which means that you get an extra die because of human sacrifice. And when is the full moon? I wonder, because obviously they will do it under the full moon. I have no idea. The calendar doesn't tell me.
And it is. It's an important holiday. I'm sure it's.
They're probably timing it to the right phase of the moon, so that's another bonus die. So we have now 2 bonus dice for that.
Wouldn't it be 3?
I can add.
I thought it was 1 for a sacrifice and a second one if it's human.
No. The bonus is for a human sacrifice. The basic is just the baseline is you always have to do a sacrifice of some kind. If you sacrifice a valuable object or an animal, then you don't get any bonus dice. That's just baseline for doing it. It's a requirement.
Gotcha. I misread that.
Yeah. So now you get a bonus for the human and a bonus for the moon. I'm gonna do also a bonus for the big event, like all the magical energies for being at Bektar. So 3 bonus dice for you, Eldrida.
And assist.
Go ahead and assist, Sifanu.
No, I thought she just got a die because I'm assisting her ritual.
Right.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So that's 6 dice.
Like you obviously spend a fate die as well, of course, because you have to.
Yeah.
When you do
I have to.
Ritual. So that is 3 successes. 1 of them is 6. How about that? And I need to add dice to the chalice before I forget. Thank you. The chalice thanks you your generosity. Now, you're doing a clairvoyance thing here, right? Your inner eye will wander across the world and see what happens right now at a faraway place. The range is unlimited. You want to watch a place where you've been, I believe.
Yep, I'm going to Majura.
Yeah, and that is difficulty 1. So you can see Marjura for your inner eye as you are tripping on all the magical energies of Bektar. You are dancing under the moon, drenched in blood, together with all the other Kargamishans, and seeing
Yay.
Marjura. What part of Marjura do you want to see? Let's bring up the map, because I'm curious.
Well, specifically, I want to try to... What did my stupid shadow power... No, she's not stupid. She's wonderful. What did she say?
The shadow power?
My shadow command.
Use moon magic, clairvoyance, to see what is happening on Marjura.
That's it?
Either Arhem or the little island conclave. So Klostanova or
I am good. Can I don't know what 3 successes if it gives me any bonuses, but can I take a look at both? Like, can I wander my eye over both?
Yeah, the 6s matter more. I will allow that, yes.
Okay. I'll wander over both of them and just kind of get a bird's eye view of what's going on.
Yeah, as your eye wanders over Arham, it is a sad sight. That's all I can say about that.
Wait. You know what, Eldrida might choose something. Do I get to just choose 2 places, or do I get 3, 1 per success? I'm sorry.
I could go with 1 per power level, which would give you 2 places, because you have 1 die in there, 1 fate die in there, and 1 6.
Then I don't really care about Arham. We'll go with the little island, and I want to check on the Druid Temple. I'm looking specifically for Parama.
I was so hoping you would do Arham.
Sorry. That's why I told him to stop, because Eldrida would care more about checking in with Parama than she would about Arham.
That makes sense.
If Parama happens to be in Arham, then, twofer, but she's going to check in on Parama first.
We're back on Arham, except none of you are there anymore, so I'm going to remove tokens.
It's still raining.
It's still, of course it is. Now it's going to be snowing because it's winter, so I'll change that. No, birds are still there. Clouds are still there. Rain is not there. Snow is there. There you go. You will. Your inner eye, as you're looking out across into the moon, in your ecstatic dancing, the moon itself transforms into a looking glass, a prism through which you look down upon Klostanoba from above. And the flag of the Marjurans is still waving there in the breeze as you established.
Woo!
It's still free from Trachorian control, apparently. There is a lot of people here. You will, as your eyes sweep over this, there's more people here than you when you left. And a lot of them seem to have flocked to the Felix and Master Curios's higher tacticum. They seem to be a lot of practicing their sword arts, practicing Bouncy Khan. It's like Master Curious's academy has swelled by tenfold or something. And Parama is busy.
And they didn't have room for us when we were there. That lying son of a...
He taught me.
He did. And you will also see how Parama is among the people. She is walking the streets, sleeping soundly, really, in the night when your eye is looking over the nighttime village of Arham. There is a small shrine there dedicated to Kmorda, and she is sleeping in a very Spartan segment of that shrine, but dressed in that very familiar red tunic and sleeping quite peacefully. And that is what you can see of the island there. Your eye will probably also notice, as you're sweeping over Klostanoba, that the restless dead on the other side of the sound, they've thrown in a bunch of rocks into the water, which has created a little bit of a pier jutting out from the mainland. And there's also some remains of trebuchets, actually, except they've been burnt down and not rebuilt.
Trebuchets on the undead side?
Yes, on the restless, exactly.
Do I see any trace of the Mulgur's ships or like the sulfur trade that was going on there?
No traces of any sulfur trade, no. The sulfur was harvested in Arham. How are they going to get the sulfur?
Right. I didn't know if there had been attempts to reestablish trade off of the island where the only living things remain.
Yeah. No, there's no sulfur to be mined on Klostanova.
Right. I know that. I meant like Mauger ships. Are there Maugers and Mauger vessels, pendants, things like that there?
There is the Mauger trading house is there. Yes, the marsh folk are there, but I mean, in terms of ocean going ships, no. This is the winter now. This is not the season for traveling back and forth.
Okay, gotcha. So no ships in harbor. Check. Or if they are, they're completely moored up for the winter.
Fishing vessels. Yeah.
Okay. So then, since Parama is here, is it possible that I could do something cool with my 6 as the bonus success and, like, I don't know, leave a little message in the snow that says, you know, I don't know, something neat like the moon is watching, E?
Unfortunately not, no.
Why not? It's cool. All right,
it is
fine.
cool, but I've already given you plenty of information based on the 6.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Well, then I did what I came to do. Thank you.
You did indeed.
How can you tell how close that pier of stone is to Klostanova? Like how far across the sound they've made it?
Not very far at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I figured you'd probably care about that since Parama's going to have a problem once that reaches the whole way across.
Well, I mean, she is like an ice druid, so I'm hoping she can, like do something with the water and like smack them or something. Ice wall. I don't know.
An ice wall could do things like that to a pier of rubble. That is absolutely true. If it's big enough.
All right.
All right. What else do I have?
So you didn't check out Arheim?
No.
Nope.
Could you do it again and check on Artheim? It's kind of important to me.
I have no fate dice. You have 10. I have
Here.
2. Yeah, then sure. Do I need a human to sacrifice?
Let me go get that other card.
You're giving her a fate die there, Sifanu?
You have 2.
2 fate dice. Oh my god. Generosity here. All right.
Thanks.
Eldrida, you now have 2 extra fate dice, so you're back up to 4.
5?
I'm actually gonna give you one more. I'm gonna give you an extra fate die from the chalice as well, for your to help women, etc., because you did check in on Parama. It's not technically help, but it's like you keeping an eye on your protege, and that is something that I'm gonna reward.
Thanks. Just more important to her than the whole city. So, hey.
Yeah.
All right, but apparently Sifanu really wants to know about the city.
Yep.
Fine.
It's because somebody wants me to reestablish a sulfur trade, so I at least need reconnaissance on that.
Not my problem. Sorry. I have my own problems. Okay, well,
you
try to
literally
do it
made
again.
it your problem.
Spend that fate die that you just got again, and we'll put it back into the chalice, and you'll roll, I guess, the same amount of dice once more.
Do I need to find a new sacrifice, or can I use the same? I probably need to find a new one, or what?
I'm gonna be generous this time because it's Bektar, and it's.
They're still killing people.
Yeah, it's several days of celebration and several scenes of doing all sorts. Yeah, if you didn't do it the first night, you can do it the second, right?
Did my roll go through?
Yeah, I saw 6 and a 5.
There it is. It's 6 and a 5. Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
I go.
No, that's fine. You didn't roll a 1 on the important fate die for anti-Creationist magic, so you're good. No mishaps. You don't get reputation as a nefarious, horrible anti-Creationist sorcerer.
Yet.
Yeah.
Arhem then. Oh dear. Yeah. That is a sight to see.
Womp womp.
Yeah, it's dead. It's burnt down ruins. It's restless people walking aimlessly back and forth in the town. It's quiet. They do things like they did in life aimlessly, without meaning. I'm sure you'll find some restless who look fresher than the bog people. You know, some of the Trachorians or Marjurians or Arhemians who didn't get out of there in time and who now are, what, a year and a half later? They've rotted during that time, so they would be, you know, skeletons. I'm sure whatever animals are out there nibble at their remains every once in a while, though it's harder to do it when they walk around.
When they fight back.
But yeah, they will not look as old as the bog people. They don't have that rusty red type of parchment-like skin, but they still, you could tell that they've been dead for a while by now. And they might sit outside their house and like repair some fishing net that is beyond repair, or maybe just hold a thread of it and do the motions aimlessly.
It's sad.
Maybe one of them even walks into the burnt out and gutted remains of young Hilder's tavern.
Womp womp.
Pretty
So
sad.
sad.
Yes.
I should have known better than to have Trachorians in Arhem.
The yellow tint on the River Loberon is still there. The sulfur is still floating on the water, the foam, but nobody's there to harvest it anymore. The restless don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go then. A town overrun by the undead.
Yep.
Delightful.
As we expected.
As you
I
expected.
needed to make sure the Trachorians haven't moved that quickly.
They have not.
Excellent. Now, does that count towards my next goal? Doing reconnaissance.
Yes, it does.
I get the reconnaissance, you asshole.
Yeah, but you told me about it, right?
Oh, God, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I totally assume we count as each other's resources for these things.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
Absolutely you do.
ridiculous. You did pay me the fate die to get it done, so that's fine.
And I
Yeah.
gave you a bonus, too.
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah, he tips.
He tips.
So,
Oh.
having done
Okay.
all that, by the end, I'm thinking here because it's rather late here in Atlantic Canada. I'm gonna ask, having completed the celebrations in Bektar, where would you go after that? Now we're technically getting into the new year here, so it's slightly ahead of us.
Well, I need to report everything to Fundibéra, so back through the portal to Fundibéra, and then I don't know where to go.
so basically you'll be at Mixa then, I suppose.
Yep.
Unless you travel away from Mixa. But Mixa is fine.
Hey, I hear there are those eel skins we can go fight.
You could do that, yes. I guess that's a thing to do for the next Game of Shadows turn, the next year. Perhaps. Maybe Lemur will give Nefria the job of negotiating with the eel skulls and get them off Lemur's back or something like that. Or poison them, that works too.
I mean, I'm equally
I
down
do
with
make
both.
poison. I do
Yep.
make poison.
Yep.
Yeah, I might have something else for Nefria to go do first, but I need to hear from somebody else first. So who knows?
Who knows?
Oh.
All right. But I think I'm going to let everyone go there because we have dealt with the fall and early winter of
Excellent.
and completed the year, you guys. This was year 9. Year 9 is done. We will start year
Yay.
10. You had New Year's party at Bektar and did horrible things, which
We don't talk about the mountain.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
don't talk about the
We don't-
mountain.
What
don't
happens?
talk
What
about
happens to the
Backyard.
mountain stays at the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a quick question. How long has the group been traveling together in game time?
I mean, this session covered 3 months.
So about a couple years now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easily.
All right.
It'll be 2
So we
years
are,
in the second quarter of next year. Yeah.
Well, does
So
that
we'll-
include the trip out
Yep.
to Martura?
Yep.
All right.
We're no longer just people who met on a boat. We are now friends.
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, I figured we were friends after we totally defeated the Shagulites together after a couple of weeks. I mean,
Or when we liberated
I mean,
the town.
Wait. So
yeah,
you
glad
thought
to
we
know
were
you got
friends-
there, Eldrida.
You thought we were friends after we murdered people and then had a giant orgy together and bathed in people's blood? Because that's how we really get to be
Whoa,
friends.
whoa! When did we have an orgy together? You keep refusing.
No. You were there and I was there. We just weren't, together.
Well, that describes me and most people at orgies. I'm only one man.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for a lovely game.
Yep.
All right, thanks for running,
And,
Michaela.
As always, the trip.
Yep. All right. We'll
Bye.
reconvene with a new Trachorian year. The year 10 after the inauguration of the Chronolob. I'm sure it will be glorious for the Empire, right?
Double digits.
Which Empire, though?
Well, bum.
See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.